Today's tale begins with gossip. Ella says she is engaged, so Nicole jokingly calls a nearby stranger her fiancé. This rendered Ella speechless, then they bickered again, facing the solo driver next day. Even though they couldn't stand each other, they had no choice but to carpool to the destination. Reality can be a real drag, huh? Subtitles plus. Ella's pal reveals she invited her bestie, Nicole's ex. A huge surprise. And to top it off, she brought her current boyfriend along. Nicole pretends to be unfazed, while secretly simmering over her ex. This still haunts her. Worse, Ella faced similar stress as her parents had high hopes due to her sister's wedding. Her parents kept arranging blind dates for Ella to find her partner, causing her immense stress. That night, she dressed for a party, but met Nicole in the hallway. They exchanged glares like two cats that just met on the street, totally unimpressed. At the party, they greeted everyone, then it was game time with charades. It should have been a blast. Subtitles, however, if these two were intentionally trying to provoke each other, it would truly be a disaster. They regarded the game as a battlefield for mutual attacks, leaving the old man utterly bewildered. Nicole even made a joke about not wanting to play anymore, and in this way, their feud completely ruined the atmosphere of the party. At nightfall, everyone noticed the tension between Nicole and Ella, and if this kept up, their plans were toast. So some planned to reunite them, but surprisingly, Ella's parents weren't there. The old man was Nicole's childhood friend's father. Subtitles. The following day, while Nicole was soaking in the bathtub, the old man and the driver deliberately pretended not to notice her. What a clever move. Meanwhile, Ella's sister and brother-in-law chatted, leaving her puzzled until Nicole appeared and she understood. Ella let Nicole in on the plan, which was all about getting them together. Nicole was skeptical, thinking Ella was just trying to save face. Feeling helpless, Ella pulled Nicole to the balcony and pointed at the two on the ground, making her realize. As they were plotting their next move, the old guy's wife swooped in and whisked them off to the beach. Faced with Elder's arrangements, they had to comply. Ella knew her sister and brother-in-law had come a long way. She didn't want to mess up the wedding, but how could she not get involved? Nicole shot back, saying she was exhausted, and Ella mockingly called her a little chick. Ella insisted on dragging Nicole onto the little boat, but as soon as they boarded. Subtitles. Ella was astounded to discover her parents were greeting them with a man in tow, and that man turned out to be her blind date. Ella found this downright annoying, and to avoid the blind date, she hatched a plan. They would pretend to be a couple. This way, they'd appease everyone wanting to matchmake, sabotage her parents' plans, and possibly make her ex jealous. Plus, Ella noticed that Nicole still had a soft spot for her ex. Eventually, Nicole agreed to Ella's wild idea. To convince everyone they were a couple, they knew they had to show some serious public affection. Here we go. Nicole passed Ella a cup of coffee, adding a sprinkle of warmth. The tension was so thick, you could cut it with a knife. So, they acted all lovey-dovey at every moment, making everyone around dizzy with their antics. One day, Nicole saw Ella's dad practicing diving while wandering, amazed by his skill. But then she thought, for a guy who's doing well, his diving skills were a total flop. Nicole decided to step in and coach him. Under Nicole's coaching, Ella's dad picked up diving like a pro, and the scene that followed was just unforgettable. Ella witnessed this and immediately sought out Nicole to express her gratitude. "Thanks for being so great to my dad. You should really leave now," Nicole teased. "You've pretty much snagged his diving talent." That night, Ella entered the scene in a stunning blue dress that clung to her curves, making heads turn everywhere. Nicole became instantly smitten by Ella's beauty and was ready to open the car door for her, but her ex swooped in like a hawk. They arrived at the party on the cruise ship, and the atmosphere was electric. Nicole approached Ella as the gentle breeze lifted the hem of Ella's gown, literally leaving hearts fluttering. With every sway, it exuded an irresistible allure that turned heads and dropped jaws. As night fell, everyone began dancing, yet these two seemed lost in each other's eyes, full of unspoken affection. Ella had a radiant smile on her face, blissful, but soon realized it was all just for show. She dragged Nicole to the front of the boat, ready to recreate the iconic Titanic scene. Nicole thought it was way too over the top, but Ella insisted it would look fabulous, and boy, did it. The performance was a hit, and everyone thought they were just adorably sweet, pure heartthrobs. Although it was all an act at that moment, Ella genuinely felt happy until Nicole turned to leave. But just as Nicole turned to walk away, Ella accidentally tumbled off the boat into the sea. Nicole didn't hesitate for a moment and plunged straight into the sea to save Ella, and instantly they both found themselves in chaos. The nearby cruise ship became their focal point. They were far from shore, and if no one noticed them, they'd be in deep trouble. Just then, Nicole spotted a boy in the distance, and they raced towards it with all their might.